Hey guys, I'm back with a new book, and this happens to be a series. There's two other books in the series, but this is the only one I have at home. The other two are at school. This is called Lulu and the Brontosaurus. So the little girl's name is Lulu, and this is the Brontosaurus. And these books are by Judith V. Orst and illustrated by Lane Smith. Now, on a book that has a hardcover, usually the blurb is not on the back, it's on the inside cover. So this says, Lulu always gets what she wants, even if it takes screeching till the light bulbs burst, throwing herself on the floor, kicking her heels, and waving her arms in the air, until now. For when she asks her parents to give her a Brontosaurus for her birthday, they say, for maybe the first time ever, no. So Lulu takes matters into her own hands and finds herself the perfect Brontosaurus for a pet. Or is he? I'm not telling. Now this book's a little bit different because almost like the dog is telling the story in Lily to the Rescue, sometimes the author talks to you in this book. This book is a little different, like Lily. But sometimes the author, Judith Viors, will talk right to the reader in the story. I'll point it out when she's doing that. So sometimes she talks to the reader, and then sometimes it's somebody else, like the narrator speaking. This book is also different because the chapters are very, very short. So I'm just going to keep track of the time, and I'll just stop when I think I've read enough. Now, this book I keep at home because I actually went to a book signing, and I got this book signed by Judith Viors, the author, and I got it signed by the illustrator, Lane Smith, and he drew a picture of the Brontosaurus on this page. So that's why I keep this book at home, because it's special. So this is called Lulu and the Brontosaurus. So this is when the author is talking right to the reader. Okay, all right. You don't have to tell me. I know. I know that people and dinosaurs have never lived on Earth at the same time. And I know that dinosaurs aren't living now. I even also know that paleontologists, folks who study dinosaurs, decided that a dinosaur that was once called a Brontosaurus, a very nice name, shouldn't be called Brontosaurus anymore, and changed it to Apatosaurus, a kind of ugly name. But since I'm the person writing this story, I get to choose what I write. And I'm writing about a girl and a Brontosaurus. So if you don't want to read this book, you can close it up right now, and you won't hurt my feelings. And if you still want to read it, here goes. Chapter 1. There once was a girl named Lulu, and she was a pain. She wasn't a pain in the elbow. She wasn't a pain in the knee. She was a pain, a very big pain in the butt. Now, Lulu was an only child, and her mom and her dad gave her everything she wanted. And guess what? Lulu wanted everything. Tons of candy, tons of toys, tons of watching tons of cartoons on TV. And if her mom and her dad ever said, and they hardly ever said it, sorry, darling, we think you've had enough, Lulu would screech till the light bulbs burst and throw herself down on the floor, and then she would kick her heels and wave her arms, and pretty soon her mom and her dad would say, well, just this once, and they would let her have whatever it was that she wanted. Chapter 2. 2 weeks before Lulu's birthday, she announced to her mom and her dad that she wanted a Brontosaurus for her birthday present. What did she say? What? A Brontosaurus? Yes, she wanted a Brontosaurus for a pet. At first, Lulu's mom and her dad just thought she was making a little joke. And then they saw, oh horrors, that she was serious. They patiently explained that a Brontosaurus is a quite enormous dinosaur who lives in forests, not in people's houses. Is that where a Brontosaurus would live? In a forest? I'm afraid I'm not absolutely sure. But since I'm the person writing this story, I'm putting this Brontosaurus in a forest, along with a lot of other wild beasts that I'm absolutely sure did not live on Earth when dinosaurs were there. So that was the author talking right to the reader. Anyway, Lulu's mom and her dad continued explaining to her, although a brontosaurus is into eating plants, not animals, including human animals like Lulu, and although it is cute in a long-necked, pin-headed way, it is much too huge and too wild to be a good pet. A dog, a cat, a goldfish, a bird, a gerbil, a guinea pig, yes. A brontosaurus? Definitely no. Chapter 3. No? Her mom and her dad were telling Lulu no? Lulu wasn't used to hearing no, and she really hated hearing no. To show how much she hated it, she screeched and screeched and screeched till all the light bulbs in the living room burst. I want a brontosaurus for my birthday present, she said in between screeches. I want a brontosaurus for a pet. Well, maybe you could get a nice pet rabbit, said her mom. Or even, said her dad, a nice pet rat. No, screeched Lulu. I want a brontosaurus for a pet. Then she threw herself down on the floor and kicked her heels and waved her arms and screeched some more. All right, I'm going to stop there for today. And when we come back next time, we will read chapter 4.